Once upon a time, there was this tiny little man in a tiny little town who lived in a tiny little house on a tiny, tiny, tiny little planet called the Earth. This tiny little man was so ordinary that he became unordinary among other ordinary people. He lived an ordinary life with an ordinary dog, had an ordinary job with an ordinary boss. When things got too ordinary and blonde for our tiny little man, he used to go to a place known as, for you the listener, the net. On the net, he could be somebody, be someone. Here he could fulfill his dreams by one day being a brain surgeon, another day being a top-secret agent on a dangerous mission, a sky pilot, a Latino lover, whatever he needed to be for just that moment, that listener. You could say he was a Superman. But this tiny little man had a vision that someday he would really be someone in the real world, make a difference. This is the story about the little man's ordinary life, his dedication to something that really doesn't exist, but in his tiny, tiny little head. And yes, that brings me back to you, the listener. What's your vision?
Watching two butterflies joining as one. A robin is singing, the church bells are ringing. I'm home. The clouds are like cotton, our worries forgotten. The swallows are flying high under the pale blue sky. Wind in my hair, a peace everywhere. I'm home. The sun is my guide and is guiding my heart through fear and salvation to the end from the start. 'Cause I'm free. Yes, I'm free. 'Cause I'm free. I'm home. Out of the circle of time, into the circle of love that's divine. Unfold your wings now and fly away. Unfold your heart now and I'll show you the way. Life will teach us to follow the river, how to touch love and how to forgive. Love conquers all, surrender, stand tall, like 10,000 Rocket launch, time to fly. Countdown's up, getting high. In the sky, Cyberdust from Mars. Traveling fast in the Milky Way. Nothing more, nothing left to say. The sky, Cyberdust from Mars. I breathe the cosmic revolution. I breathe planets and stars. I breathe the sonic evolution. I breathe Cyberdust. Virtual contact, I'm in the flow. Pretty maze now in a row. In the sky, Cyberdust from Mars. I breathe a cosmic revolution. I breathe planets and stars. I breathe a sonic evolution. I breathe Cyberdust. you hear my song? Open up your heart, it won't take long. The sky is turning white, and thousand angels singing in the night. Fast so you can live. At the speed of light. the moon cries. We do ozone analysis, spray the eye. We got spiritual crisis, breathing intoxicated air. Days will come and days will go, while you're ticking like a time bomb. After autumn must come snow, we are laughing, the man in the moon. The man in the moon cries over you. The man in the moon cries. Toxic water in the ocean, dressed up in plastic shirt. We got poetry in motion, and one foot in the dirt. Days will come and days will go, while you're ticking like a time bomb. After autumn must come snow, we are laughing, the man in the moon. The man in the moon cries over you. The man in the moon cries. Over you. Is this the end? How can it be? I do not mind to face it. I'm as happy as I can be. The curtain falls, I'm still standing tall. It makes no difference now, we really did it all. When I look back, it's so clear. I'm filled with warmth, it feels so real. I can't help myself from crying. The things we did, the things you said, the way you touched and hold my hand. It's really not too bad to be dying when you're here by my side. Oh, you're here by my side. Disappoint you, but I'm really not ready to check out quite yet. So would you please forgive me if I do not fit into your perfect setting, your calculations, registrations, and all other forms of your pathetic creations. What is it with you people? Is anybody listening? Oh, greetings as citizens, see what have you become? You're all slaves under the influence, controlled by the very same phone. So when the bubble finally bursts, what will you do when you're standing face to face with the naked truth and realize that the answer is all the same, but the names may change? Don't be ashamed, you sign your name. So when you roll, when you gray, label the stars, someone else will be on top of it all. Totally not this is it. star.